shoots, and he scores!
That's hit deep in the left, and that's out of here. Safe. The Vikings come into today's matchup with Three Rivers Community College in the midst of another fine season, 23-14 overall, 9-1 in the conference, and Jeffco with a 5-3 mark in Region 16 play. Hi, and welcome to softball here on JCTV. Matt Keeney here with you on a beautiful day here at the softball field in Hillsboro. Sunny skies, very warm temperatures, and it's Jordan Crisp doing the pitching today for Jefferson College. And in just a moment, she will face off against Steph Ferguson, leading things off here for the Lady Raiders. Ferguson playing second today for Three Rivers. And she's in there, just about ready for the first pitch from Crisp. And it's a ball. A bit outside. Crisp with another fine year as ball two is delivered. She's pitched 89.2 innings, 88 strikeouts, so she's striking out about a batter an inning. And her ERA, from the latest stats I have, is under 1. As that is ball 3 to the Three Rivers hitter. So 9.37 ERA for Crisp, and she's 7-5 on the year on this spring 2010 season. And a 4-pitch walk to lead things off for Three Rivers. So Ferguson's on at first with nobody out here in the top of the first. And here's Laura Tucker, left fielder for the Lady Raiders. And a ball. 5 straight balls to start off the game from Jordan Crisp. Defensively for the Vikings, it's Kendra Deering over at first today. Jackie Griffin, at second. And there goes the runner. And she's safe. Stolen base for Ferguson. So Griffin at second, at short, Brittany Martin, and at third, Gina Melton. In the outfield, Bridget Shade in left, Hannah Bolin in center, and Jenna Clayton in right. It's Allie Watson behind the plate. And it's 2-0 with a runner on second here on Laura Tucker. Laura Tucker swings, and that's fouled back. A 2-1 the count. Ferguson on second with nobody out, and that's a foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crisp looking in. Here's the 2-2. There's a strike 3 call. Outside corner, so Tucker is retired. And Emily Bass will hit with 1 out. Popped up right side, foul territory, and off the top of the dugout. And that's called strike, or a strike, at the knees. So 0-2 And that was Crisp's 89th strikeout on the season when she retired Tucker. And Bass sends that foul over the dugout. So still 0-2. Ferguson still over at second after walking and then stealing a base. The 0-2 tapped near third base, and that will roll foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first. No score, very early between Jefferson College and Three Rivers. And Crisp is ready. Ball 1. Vikings coming off a split with Lindenwood University as that swung on and missed for strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Jordan Crisp. And that's her 90th on the year. So against Lindenwood on April 13th, Jeffco lost 7-9 in game 1 and then came back and won game 2 7-3. And the season wrapping up quite quickly with the Region 16 tournament, April 30th through May 1st, as the runner goes to third, and she will be safe, and it gets away, and she's going to come home. And she scores. Ferguson comes around to score. Three Rivers on top, 1-0. So after a stolen base and then an error, Ferguson comes around to score. As that swung on and missed for strike 1. It's Kelsey Scott at the plate. There's a ball, low in the dirt. 2-1. Driven out to right, and the catch is made by Jenna Clayton. But Three Rivers scores 1 and leads it 1-0. The Vikings come up the bat in just a moment. It's the right fielder, Jenna Clayton, to lead things off for Jefferson. After Clayton, it's Bridget Shade, the left fielder, and then Gina Melton, the third baseman. Ashley Watkins is the starting pitcher today for Three Rivers. Three Rivers in town on this beautiful day from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Grounded back to Watkins, and 1 out. Now it's Bridget Shade. Shade having a fine year at the plate, batting .436. And there's a hit. So Shade's on at first with 1 out. Here's Gina Melton playing third for Jeffco. In the dirt, there goes Shade to second. And she's in there easily, no play. So Shade in scoring position. Vikings trail by 1 here in the bottom of the first. Melton out to right. And the catch is made for the second out. Here's the Vikings cleanup hitter, Courtney Dosa. Dosa's the sophomore from Lompoc, California. And she takes ball one. Dosa with a 440 average as she grounds it to short. And there's the third out. So the Vikings get a runner in scoring position, but can't get her home. Trail by one. Be back in a minute on JCTV. Top two, it's the Three Rivers pitcher, Ashley Watkins, to start things off. Jordan Crisp back to work for Jeffco. There's a called strike at the knees. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. 0-2. So no hits so far for Three Rivers, but they did get a run after a walk, 2 stolen bases, and an error from the leadoff hitter Steph Ferguson, as there's a ball for a 1-2 count. Pulls back that bench, showing bunt, and that's fouled to the right side. So it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes on Watkins, and there's a strikeout. Third of the day for Jordan Crisp. And now it's Wendy F. Tink, third baseman for the Lady Raiders. Low for ball 1. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. 1-1. Last home game of the season for the Vikings is coming up on April 20th. They'll take on St. Louis Community College Merrimack here at 2 p.m. It's sophomore day, so come on out and support the Vikings. If the weather's anything like it is today, it'd be a great day to come out and watch some Viking softball. To third, Melton. Over to Deering. Out number 2. That brings Sarah Ruff in. Three Rivers center fielder. There's strike 1. Grounded foul. 0-2. Two outs here in the top of the second. Crisp delivers. A little bit low for ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. We'll see the Vikings hit in just a sec on JCTV. Sophomore Brittany Martin to start things off for the Vikings in the bottom of the second. Martin's a sophomore from Warrensburg. That's tapped foul. Martin with a 425 average at the start of play. 12 RBIs on the year, 17 runs scored. And she held up. So 1-1. Martin with 2 homers on the year, and she taps that foul. One and 2 on Martin. Martin pops it and that's going to get out of play.
Yeah, she doesn't have much to lose. Yeah, I can make some moves. Nope. I'm thinking about that.
The Vikings dugout starts their cheer. Martin takes a practice cut. She's ready for the 1-2. In the dirt. Ball 2.
Jeff go punch.
And Martin looks at that one in the dirt as well for 3-2. Martin swing and a miss, struck out. So there's out number 1 for Watkins and Three Rivers. Here's Kendra Deering, the first baseman for Jeffco. And she swings and misses for strike 1. Deering's a freshman from Ava, Missouri. She also does some pitching for the Vikings, in addition to playing first, and she takes strike 2 on the inner half. Deering hitting .315 at the start of play, 7 runs scored, 4 driven in. The 0-2 is tapped to short, 2 down. And here's Hannah Bolin, Vikings center fielder. Bolin, a sophomore from Jackson, Missouri. Bolin, hot shot to second and caught for out number 3. So the Vikings go 1-2-3, and Three Rivers leads at 1-0. Be back in a second on JCTV. It's Alex West for Three Rivers. She'll start things off in the top of the 3rd. And strike 1 quickly as she swings and misses. High and outside for a ball. 1-1. West is a freshman. She takes strike 2. He's playing right today. Now it's 2-2. Full count. Strike 3. That's Jordan Crisp's 5th strikeout. Here's Nikki Chambers. She's the catcher. Crisp has been pitching well, but that one walk came back to haunt her in the Vikings. Ferguson got on, one of the top base stealers in Region 16. She got on with the walk in the 1st and then stole 2 bags and then scored on an error. And that's where we stand now, 1-0, Three Rivers on top in the 3rd. A little bit low there. 1-1. Chambers puts that bat out there and pulls it back, and she fouls it out of play to the right side. 1-2. And that's a call the ball. Very close on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third. That's tapped to Melton. Melton over to Deering for the second out. Back to the top of the order. And Steph Ferguson, who I just mentioned, walked and scored the only Three Rivers run so far. The Vikings need to keep her off the base paths. She can run, no question about it. And she takes ball 1. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ferguson. She stole 2 bags back in the second. And Ferguson pops it. Brittany Martin, nice play. Martin tracked it down and got to it. Three Rivers leads this one 1-0. We'll see the Vikings hit in a flash on JCTV. It's Jackie Griffin, the sophomore. She will begin the bottom of the third for Jeffco. She's from St. Charles and Francis Howell, and grounds it off the glove of the shortstop. And Griffin in there at first. Leadoff runner on for the Vikings. Looks like we will have a pinch runner to come in for Griffin. It's Kristen Marler, the freshman from right here in Hillsboro. So she'll run the bases, and Griffin will, of course, more than likely return to play second in the fourth. But Griffin got on. That ball took an odd bounce over there, and Emily Bass just couldn't handle it for Three Rivers. And there's ball 1. It's Allie Watson, the Vikings catcher, the freshman. Watson showing bunt and pulling back. Three Rivers third baseman, Wendy Eftink playing a bit in for Watson, and she comes in a bit more. Watson fouled that back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner on first for the Vikings, nobody out. Vikings trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Watson offered, says the umpire, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. She gets some words of encouragement from Coach Tony Cook, and she'll stand back in. 2-2. Marler is ready to take off from first, and she goes with the pitch, and now it's 3-2. A full count on Watson. And Watson gets a piece. It's foul. A 3-2 grounded foul. Watson toward first. They're going to try to get her at second. They did, but Watson will beat the throw out. So 1 out after the forced play at second. Back to the top of the order for Jeffco, 1 out. Runner on first. And that's foul. Clayton 0 for 1, grounded out in the first inning. And that one low for ball 1. Swung on a miss. There's strike 2. 1 and 2 here on Clayton. Clayton gets moving in that batter's box before she swings, and she struck out. Second strikeout for Ashley Watkins. Here's Bridget Shade. She singled in the first, and she takes strike 1 on the inside corner. And Watson will move over to second, and she's in there easily, no throw. And that one low for a ball. It's 2 and 1 on Shade. Watson at second and swung on and missed. So 2 and 2. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Runner on second for Jeffco. And that one in the dirt again. Watson will not advance or not attempt to advance. So we're at 3 and 2 now on Shade. And Shade walks. So runners on first and second for Gina Melton. Ball 1. Two outs, Watson on second, as that's ball 2, and Shade on first. There's a called strike. Looked low, but ump thought it was in the zone. 2 and 1. Melton swings through that one, so the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Melton hits that out to left, and that will fall in there. Watson rounding third and coming home, and she's safe. The throw gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance. Runners at second and third for the Vikings, and we're all tied up at 1. And with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position, it's the Vikings' best hitter, Courtney Dosa. Dosa looks at that one low and away for ball 1. And Dosa grounding that near first. And that's the 3rd out. But the Vikings do tie it up 1-1. Be back with the 4th on JCTV. It's all tied up at 1 now after the RBI from Gina Melton. in the bottom of the third. Now Jordan Crisp back to work, and she delivers strike one. It's Laura Tucker at the plate for Three Rivers. Tucker 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Vikings infield playing in for Tucker, and skied left side. And the catch is made in foul territory. Nice play. Bridget Shade tracked it down. And there's one out. Emily Bass now. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. That one a bit high. Crisp, the Vikings starter, with 5 strikeouts, and that hits her. So Bass on first with 1 out. Here's Kelsey Scott now. Scott 0 for 1. She takes strike 1 on the outside corner. In the dirt, 1-1. Scott swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scott pulls it back, and it's grounded near Melton, but foul. So it's Bass on first after being hit with the pitch. There's 1 out. It's the top of the 4th, and we're all tied up at 1 between Jeffco and Three Rivers. Scott right back to Crisp. She's going to go to second. They got her there. And they got her at first. Double play. What a heads-up play by Crisp to get it, throw it to second, and then they got the runner at first too. So the Vikings get out of the jam with the runner on first. It's 1-1. We'll be right back on JCTV. Bottom of the 4th, it's Martin. Brittany Martin, the shortstop. That one high for ball 1. Martin 0 for 1. As that skips in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0. Martin sharply too short. 1 down. Nice play by Emily Bass at short for Three Rivers to gobble that one up. And a nice double play to end the top of this inning for the Vikings. It's 1-0 here on Kendra Deering, the Vikings first baseman. That buckled her knees. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. Deering grounded out in the second. She's 0 for 1. And that one rolls to the plate for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. And there's strike 2. Deering might have gotten a piece of that.
I don't know where you're playing. Do you? Kirkwood Park. You think so?
I guess the ump was doing a little work on that softball.
Last time I went, they were at Kirkwood Park. And one day we saw Kellen over
And
there.
Watkins has it on the mound now, and it's 2-2 here on Deering. And Deering reaches for that one and strikes out.
Why is that?
Now it's Hannah Bolin, Vikings center fielder. She's 0 for 1. She lined out to second,
To find out.
hit it hard, but right to the second baseman. That was back in the second.
That was the rule when I was.
Strike one there on the outside corner.
Back diamond number 6 was number 5. Top of the match, maybe a 4 with the center diamond.
Bolin pops it up on the infield. There's the second baseman for Three Rivers, and she's got it. Steph Ferguson makes the final out, but it's all tied up. Vikings will take the field in a moment. It's Watkins, the Three Rivers pitcher. She will hit first in the top of the 5th. It's all tied up, 1-1. Jordan Crisp begins her 5th inning of work with a strike.
Yeah, some of them can't say.
And that one is hit sharply past the third baseman, and it's foul.
I wasn't watching.
And Jordan Crisp still yet to give up a hit. It's 1-2 after Watkins took the ball. Another ball, 2-2. That one is foul, out of play.
That ball was farther outside than one before.
Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one out. Watkins grounds it right back to Crisp. She almost caught it, but plenty of time to make the play for the first out. Now it's Wendy Eftink for the Lady Raiders. 0 for 1 with a ground out. And she stands in with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Low, ball 1. Outside for ball number 2. Swings through that. That's strike 1. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Eftink takes that outside. So it's 3-2, 1 out in the top of the 5th. And there's a walk. That is Jordan Crisp's 2nd walk today. Here's Sarah Ruff for the Lady Raiders. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And she takes strike 1. The bunt attempt is foul. So 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Jordan Crisp, and that one a bit low. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's Wendy F. Tink on first after the walk. And still only 1 out in the top of the 5th. This one is skied to right field. Jenna Clayton under it. And there's the second out. 2 down. And here's Alex West. West is the right fielder. She's 0 for 1 and the victim of 1 of 5 of Jordan Crisp's strikeouts today. Here's the throw. The runner's going and a little high, and she's safe. Throw a little bit off the mark there from Watson. So stolen base for Wendy F. Tink, and she's in scoring position now with 2 outs. No balls and 1 strike on West. And West fouls it back to the screen. Oh and 2, 2 outs. And West hammers that left side, but it is foul. Still no balls, 2 strikes on West. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. It's all tied up at 1 apiece. And struck her out. Jordan Crisp gets her 6th strikeout of the day. And we will go to the bottom of the 5th. It's all tied up at 1. It's the Vikings second baseman, Jackie Griffin. And she drives that to third. And they got her. So a diving stop by Wendy F. Tink and mishandled it for a second, but able to make the play and get it over to first for the first out. And here's Watson, the Vikings catcher. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored the Vikings' only run, tying things up at 1 back in the 3rd inning. And she scored on the hit by Gina Melton. And there's a ball outside in the dirt. So it's 1-1. Watson's the freshman from St. Peter's area, and she pops this high.
We just hadn't seen her in the game.
And that's over the screen and into the grass. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I mentioned earlier, the Vikings' final home game of the year, April 20th against Merrimack. It's sophomore day at 2 o'clock here at the softball field in Hillsboro. And a couple more road games on the schedule. Vikings will travel to Forest Park on April 21st. And Watson through the hole. And she's in there at first. So Watson on with a hit. And back to the top of the lineup with Jenna Clayton. But the Vikings going to Forest Park on the 21st, and then will travel to Illinois Central College in Peoria on the 27th. And then it's on to the Region 16 tournament in Columbia, Missouri, April 30th. Tony Cook will bring a pinch runner in for Watson. And that's Amanda Affelter out there, the freshman. So a runner on first with one out for Jenna Clayton. And Clayton sends it over to third. They got her at second, but Clayton easily beating that out at first. So force play at second to get Affelter, who took the place of Watson. And now it's Bridget Shade again. Shade is 1 for 1 with a walk. She stole a base as well. And there goes the runner, and Clayton slides in there, and she's safe. So Clayton steals a base. And she's in scoring position with 2 outs. Shade to third, nice play. And there's the third out. So another nice play by the Three Rivers third baseman, Wendy Eftink, and it's all tied up going into the 6th. We'll be right back on JCTV. Jordan Crisp back for her 6th inning of work for the Vikings, and Nikki Chambers will be the hitter for the Lady Raiders, and she swings and misses. Chambers 0 for 1. She grounded out in the 3rd. Strike 2. That one finds the outside corner. Crisp ahead in the count, 0-2. Ball 1. It's all tied up, 1-1. Time granted by the ump. Coach Tony Cook coming out. So after that quick conversation, it's 1-2. And struck her out. Strikeout number 7. Back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Raiders. Steph Ferguson. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. She's stolen 2 bases, and if she gets on, she is a threat to steal as she takes a strike or offers, trying to get that drag bunt put down, and that's strike 1. So 1 out. Vikings infield is in for Ferguson, and she takes strike 2. Nice pitch from Jordan Crisp. And that grounded near first. Jackie Griffin has it. 2 outs. It's Laura Tucker now. 0 for 2. Vikings infield still in for Tucker. And there's strike 1. Gina Melton playing in, Kendra Deering playing in, and there's strike 2. Second baseman Jackie Griffin over near first. Brittany Martin ready. deeper in the hole. Oh, the 0-2 pop. Jordan Crisp just over her head, and there's a runner for Three Rivers. So Tucker on first with 2 outs, and here's Emily Bass. Raiders shortstop. That one high. The 1-0, there goes the runner. Watson throws, and she's safe. She got in time. So a stolen base for Tucker and a runner in scoring position for Three Rivers with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Three Rivers coach giving Bass some instructions, and the ump telling them to wrap it up. Well, things are getting a little feisty.
She's lucky she's still in the game.
It's 1-1. We're waiting, and looks like we're about ready. Bass is in the batter's box, and in the dirt there. 2-1. That's fouled out of play for strike 2. So evens things up, excuse me, at 2-2. 2 outs. It's Tucker on second. And that one sharply hit the Deering, and it's past Deering, and here comes the go-ahead run for Three Rivers. Tucker scores, it's 2-1, and that's thrown away, but Bass not able to advance there. So Bass drives in the go-ahead run for the Lady Raiders. So Three Rivers jumps back on top, 2-1. And here's Kelsey Scott. That one's low. There's a strike. She went around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Scott is 0 for 2, and she grounded into that big double play back in the 4th for the Vikings. And there's strike 2. That one hit right on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kelsey Scott. It's Emily Bass over at second, and 2 outs. And that one tapped and rolls foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. That one is fouled. Fouled back to the screen. Scott, grounder to short. Martin to Deering, and they have it. But Three Rivers jumps back on top, 2-1 after the RBI from Bass. Vikings will try to get some runs here in the bottom of the 6th on JCTV. Gina Melton drove in the Vikings' only run back in the third inning, and she will start things off in the bottom of the sixth. It's 2-1, Three Rivers. Melton's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Now it's 1-1 after Melton looks at ball 1. Or 2-0, excuse me. It's 2-0. There's strike 1. At the knees from Watkins, the Lady Raiders pitcher. Watkins begins her 6th inning of work. That's grounded up the middle through the hole, and Melton reaches first to lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. So that's what the Vikings needed, a base runner, and they got it with no one out so far, and Courtney Dosa, the cleanup hitter, coming to the plate. Dosa 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs, and she looks at strike 1. That one is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. High and way out of the zone. 2-1. It's Melton at first after the single up the middle, no one out. And Dosa taps it back to Watkins. Watkins will go to second. There's the out there, and Dosa, though, will be safe at first. But the lead runner canceled out for the Vikings on the fielder's choice. Brittany Martin now, the Vikings shortstop. A pinch runner will come in for Dosa. It's Christy Fraley, the freshman from DeSoto. So Fraley on first now with 1 out. Brittany Martin, 0 for 2, stands in. And Fraley will be able to advance after the ball in the dirt. It went off the catcher's mask, and the Vikings get that runner back into scoring position. Martin swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Martin pops this one way high on the infield. It's near third, and the catch is made over there by Wendy Eftink, who's made a couple of nice plays for Three Rivers this afternoon. So 2 outs, and it's Kendra Deering. Deering 0 for 2, and she swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul. So 2 outs. It's Fraley at second for the Vikings. Three Rivers leads by 1. And that's ball 1. 1-1. There's a called strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kendra Deering. Deering, that is handled for the third out, handled again by Eftink. She's been busy over there. So The Vikings will have to wait till the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-1 Three Rivers here on JCTV. The pitcher, Watkins, will start things off in the top of the 7th. Jordan Crisp delivers for ball 1. Watkins 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And she takes strike 1. Time granted by the ump, and Watkins steps out. Jordan Crisp and Allie Watson trying to get on the same page. The count 1-1. And that floats right across the plate for strike 2. Nice movement on that one. 1-2 now on Watkins. It's Three Rivers with the lead 2-1 in the top of the 7th. And Vikings obviously want to keep it a 1-run lead going into the bottom of this inning, see if they can tie things up or even get the victory. 2-2 is slugged out to right. Clayton going back, and that one will land near the wall, and Watkins is into second. So it's a leadoff double for Watkins, the pitcher. She's having a nice day on the mound and adds to it with that double to possibly get some more runs for Three Rivers here. It's looking like we will have a change for Three Rivers. And a pinch runner it will be. So Watkins will get a rest, and it's the pinch runner, Courtney Sullivan, to come in. It's Wendy F. who will be the hitter. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. She stole a base. She's made a couple of nice grabs over at third for Three Rivers. And she fouls that bunt off. Melton playing in at third for Jefferson. And she takes that 0-1 to even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Sullivan at second. The bunt is laid down by F. and Melton over to first and gets the out, and Sullivan advancing to third. So F. moves the runner over. And it's Sarah Ruff with 1 out. Ruff 0 for 2. And there's strike 1 on the outer half. Squeeze play. No, she will stay put, and they got her. The coaches yelled squeeze. The runner stayed at third, and the Vikings got the second out, and it's a big one. Now 2 outs for, it's Alex West. West swing and a miss. 0-1. Sullivan on third and with 2 outs. And the call there outside, 1-1. So the Vikings with a heads-up play to get the second out, and 2 balls and 1 strike. And they're trying to get out of the inning and keep it a 1-run lead for Three Rivers. That one will score another run. It's mishandled out there too. And she's going for third. And she's in there. So it's 3-1 Three Rivers. And West gets into third after the ball is mishandled in the outfield. So still 2 outs. But Three Rivers gets the run, and to top it all off, puts another runner at third. Nikki Chambers now 0 for 2. And there's strike 1 as she swings and misses. Called strike 2. Lower outside corner, so 0-2 with 2 outs, runner at third for Three Rivers, and Three Rivers on top 3-1. Grounded to short, Brittany Martin over to Deering, and she stretches and makes the play, but Three Rivers does add 1 more and has a 2-run lead going into the bottom of the 7th here on JCTV. The Vikings need at least 2 if they want to keep this one going. It's the bottom of the 7th. It's Hannah Bolin. And Bolin takes ball 1. Ashley Watkins still out there for Three Rivers. Going for her complete game today. There's strike 1 to Bolin. Strike 2 as Bolin misses that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three Rivers now with the 2-run lead after Ashley Watkins drove in Three Rivers' 3rd run in the top half of the 7th. It's 2-2 after that last pitch. And this one is popped way back over the screen, and nice catch by a spectator out here in the bleachers. So it's still 2-2 on Bolin. Vikings need runners. And after that foul, we still stand at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hannah Bolin. Bolin 0 for 2 this afternoon. Three and 2 now. Let's see if Bolin can find a way to get on. Watkins with a great day at the on the mound. And another foul. So Bolin staying alive. The 3-2, Bolin grounds that too short, and she's out.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it.
Vikings second baseman.
more than I was doing in some like that.
And right back to Watkins, one pitch, and that's the second out.
Yeah. They must be getting hungry.
So Allie Watson would need to extend the game for Jefferson with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Watson has a single today. She also scored a run, and she takes ball 1. That one's foul. Watson reaches for it, and that falls in there. So Watson able to extend the game for the Vikings. And Jenna Clayton will stand in. Clayton's 0 for 3. She reached on a fielder's choice. She stole a base. And that will do it. So the Vikings fall to Three Rivers 3-1. A good day from Jordan Crisp on the mound, but she was outdueled by Ashley Watkins for the Lady Raiders. And this puts the Vikings overall record at 23-15 and now 9-2 in conference play. So thanks so much for watching here on JC TV. We will see you next time.